Okay, today I'm going to present my paper entitled Typology of Hate Speech in Social Media and Media Literacy, a Strategy to Respond It. As introduction, I want to cover about social media. As we know that social media has become a phenomenon in the world, including in Indonesia, with an amazing growing number of users and internet users. The association mentions about 7 million users of social media in Indonesia, so this number is expected to grow. Particularly the use of YouTube, and most society, hate speech is always considered as offensive language, and it has negative connotation and as a bad language. So it is actually inappropriate. Several systems related to this is hate speech, cyberbullying, insult, etc. And simple refer to speech that encourages hatred, anything that causes offense to someone else. Hate speech represents language usage for the purpose of humiliating, dehumanizing, defaming non-like-mindedness individual or group of individual, and its main features is its ability to spread swiftly infected societies with intolerance, hatred, and aggressive behavior. So our study is focused on linguistic form typology of hate speech, and the intentions of the speaker in hate speech used by the Indonesian controversial figure, particularly in their YouTube or social media. Based on my study, it reveals that there are different types of linguistic form of hate speech used by the controversial figure, like they use swear word a lot. Yeah, I don't want to read the example. Yeah? In Bahasa Indonesia, it's really disgusting, like bang, bastard, yeah, etc. So all related word dealing with bastard or fuck. And then mental abnormality terms, it's such as idiot, etc. And then they also use animal metaphor like pig, goat, dog, etc. And then also insult word referring to character, Arabic term related to negativity, and nicknames referring to physical character. In addition to this finding, we also find about the functions of hate speech. Hate speech is to vent anger, to insult, to condemn, to accuse, to show dissatisfaction, as well as to wish negative luck or bad luck, yeah, to the addressee, as well as to threaten. The conclusions that hate speech appear to be universal phenomenon of language use, and its conflictive speech which tend to cause hostility and social conflict as its function as weapon to insult, abuse, humiliate, degrade the targeted individual as well as group. While social media empowers freedom of expression, it's also enabled for the proliferation of hate speech. To most people, hate speech has negative connotation, and it's seen as bad language and really not appropriate as an offensive language. Nevertheless, people still frequently use this in their social media, in daily life, to show hatred to the addressee. The pedagogical implications that we as educators must consider hate speech in their concerns for students' character building, it's quite important right now. And hate speech can be used as an example of bad language that should be avoided, and this can be accounted counterproductive in social interaction and often lead to conflict. As educators, we have a responsibility to educate students to avoid hate speech as to prevent social conflict, and it is important to work with them as to raise their awareness of the harm and the sequence of hate speech. The consequential harm of hate speech, it can occur in many different ways, such as it persuade hearer to believe the negative stereotype and lead them to engage in other harmful conduct. It shifts the hearers' preferences so that they come to be persuaded of negative stereotype, and it conditions the environment so that expressing negative stereotype and carrying on further discrimination become normalized, and very often the user unconsciously use it, and it causes the hearer to imitate the behavior. So this is the thing which is quite dangerous, to spread the hate speech in social media. To counter hate speech, as it is declared by United States, especially International Day for Countering Hate Speech, currently the media is customized, democratized, and mass distributed. Earlier media used to serve the masses, now the masses are serving the media. Media is not something that one can naturally know how to use. We need to be trained in IML. It is called information media literacy, and this will make us understand how to deal with information and how to deal with the media. Some allegations especially come from the US that prohibit for the following. For example, attacks aiming to intimidate, ethnic or racial intimidation, hatred-driven action, deliberate cover of personal identity, disruption of peace, civic action for defamation, individual civil coverage due to the impact of hate speech, criminal defamation of the group, hatred in certain limited environment, and the use of public permit to reject the demonstration related to hate speech. The importance of information and media literacy. Another interesting term is illiteracy. So illiteracy is the media literacy, E. The skill necessary to exploit the full communicative potential of new electronic media. Literacy is to digital media, so literacy is for the print art. Enable people to solve and make informed judgment as user or information media, and also enable to be skillful to create and produce and media messages. How to elevate the credibility of information, at least by answering 3 questions. Who is the author? What is the purpose of this message? And how was the message constructed? Before using media, please choose this evaluate through this checklist. Number 1 is the content. Can you confirm the accuracy of the information against other sources? Number 2, reliability. Is the information source reliable? Locality, where is the person sharing the information located? And number 4, context. Does this person usually tweet both informations about the issue? So talk, fake news. Consider the source, read beyond, check the author, supporting sources, check the date. Is it a joke? Or check your bias and ask the expert. Okay, so this is all that I can share with you dealing with hate speech. Hopefully it's beneficial for all of us, and thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.